Discernment. Discernment. Yes. Yes, this is a big one right here. Ah, man. Discernment. Even before I get into this, as I'm being led by the Spirit, discernment, man. I mean, man. See, this is a deep one right here. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And I mean, discernment is key. It is key. And it's also a gift too. It is. It's a gift of the Spirit, believe it or not. And I mean, speaking to that too, like outside of the Spirit of God and outside of you being genuine and all this stuff, and pure, all this stuff plays a role in that stuff too. But I mean, outside of you being these things, you will not have discernment. I'm being real. Before I even get into this and all that stuff, you will not have discernment. It doesn't matter what you think too. Because see, here's the thing about discernment. This stuff comes from God, and it comes from the Spirit of God, and it comes from Him directly too. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm going to be very real about this. I mean, you you religious people, no, you people are far from this stuff. I'm being very real. And God has these things designed this way spiritually, whether you believe this or not. And see, you religious people, man, you guys will not be having discernment and all that stuff, because this is a gift of the Spirit and all that stuff too. And honestly, the thing about discernment is like God, like He heightens it too concerning His people that He picked and, chose, and the people He has interest in. And see, I'm not going to lie too. See, the thing about this is that, I'm going to be very real. There's a lot of little kids and all that deep stuff and all these certain other beings related to that have way more discernment than these people you people look up to when it comes to like people, these mega speakers and all these people. And they also have more discernment than these Christians too. I'm going to be very real. These certain little kids, and you people may be like, what are you talking about? I mean, no, I mean what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about concerning this, and as I'm being led by the Spirit, these certain little kids have way more discernment than you people who profess God and all that stuff. Because you people, I'm just going to be very real. See, here's the thing. God said you must come to Him as like a little child or something in that nature. I'm not here to be perfect in my speech and all that funny stuff. But see, you people don't understand God. And see, it gets me frustrated. I'm not going to lie at times, because it's very much you particular people who profess God, and I want to say like you're just not real about who you are and all this stuff. And there's many other categories that be getting me very frustrated. But anyhow, I mean, these certain little kids who are innocent and God's kids too, they have way more discernment than you people, you people who've been doing all the stuff for God, and especially too, you Christian people too, I mean, you should know I was going to be mentioning this stuff concerning you Christians. Majority, I got to say majority of you Christians, you guys just don't even have discernment. And see, the thing about this is these little kids they have very good discernment too. Believe this stuff or not. And I'm gonna be very real. It's gonna always be this way, whether you agree with this message or not. Because see, here's the thing, like God, once again, He said, come as a little child. You must have childlike faith and all this stuff. I'm not here to be perfect and all this stuff in my speech. Is what I keep telling you people. But anyhow, this stuff is real, and God's chosen people will bear witness with this, and God's people and people who God has interest in. Everybody outside of that, you will not bear witness with all this stuff. But anyhow, you say you must be like a little child, and all this stuff, and childlike faith and all that stuff. And see, the thing is, you people are not. A lot of you people, you boast, and you just don't invite God into the things you're doing, is what I'm saying. And see, that's the big problem of why God is not giving you discernment. Because you people, and discernment is dealing with like seeing through things. It's dealing with like just not being deceived. That's what discernment is. And a lot of you kids, these little kids, I want to say, you do have discernment, And see, the thing about discernment is God is not giving it to everybody. It doesn't matter what you think of this, you know. And I'm talking about even people in God's kingdom. He's not giving it to a lot of them either, because God sees the true intentions with you people. I keep telling you this stuff. And see, here's the thing. Here's the downfall of this stuff too. See, there's a lot of evil people that have discernment way more than you Christians. That's why I keep telling you Christians, majority of you Christians, you guys don't have discernment, and you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it from God. And he's leading me to say this stuff. And then there's certain other evil people who know they don't have discernment and all that stuff too. But overall, this stuff is in control, in God's control, and the God of Israel. And yeah, but I just have to mention these things because he's leading me to say this stuff, and I will not quench him. But yeah, like discernment is dealing with that stuff, like seeing through things. And there's many more things concerning discernment, but I'm just very limited on saying these certain things. But, you know, concerning a lot of stuff, again, I'm very limited on certain things concerning discernment. But I will say, yeah, it does deal with seeing through things and not being deceived. Yeah, that is part of discernment. And you see, there are other, like, there's certain even celebrities too that have discernment that is above and beyond, like you Christian people and you other religions. Yeah, this applies to you too, you know. But you Christian people, I'm speaking to directly concerning this matter too. Yeah, there are certain celebrities that have more discernment than you guys. And see, the thing about this is God has given it to these individuals, because I keep telling you that God is gonna, God is gonna, like, he's pretty much just going to not only show mercy to whom he wants to show mercy to, but certain celebrities, like God is like, he did pick too. That's the thing about that too. And then also there's, depending on where they are spiritually and their heart and all this stuff, is going to determine what God does with them. But I'm just being real in their eternal state and all that stuff. But anyhow, discernment, yeah, I mean, a lot of them have this stuff more than you Christian people and you other religions. And see, the thing is, like, God gives these people this discernment because of, he sees the bigger picture concerning them, concerning their journey, concerning everything. And see, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I don't blame God for doing things the way he does, because see, you people be thinking that you know, all these leaders and these mega speakers be having discernment and all that stuff, and they don't even have it either. If I'm being real, they don't. I'm gonna say majority of them. Some, very few of them do, and others, no, they don't have it, and they will not have it too. And I'm gonna tell you why too, you know, as I get more into this. Because it gets back to what God said, become like a child. Like, you got to become a child, and you got to stay that too, spiritually, I'm saying. This has nothing to do with being childish and all that funny stuff. No. I'm talking about being childlike in the spirit. Concerning, is he basically saying humble and remaining it too, is what you got to understand, you know? And I mean, man, this stuff is not a game, man, because a lot of you people do not have discernment too. Getting back to discernment. And see, these little kids, they will always have it. I'm being real, because God picked a lot of these little kids, and they will be going to heaven too, and all that deep stuff too, regardless of what takes place on the surface and all this stuff. What I'm telling you is these kids will be going to heaven. These certain pure-hearted and pure soul kids, yeah, they will be going to heaven. You know, the evil ones and all that stuff. No, I mean, no, they're not. They will be in hell and other worse places, dark places in the spirit world. But yeah. Anyhow, yeah, discernment, yeah, it's dealing with, once again, seeing through things and not being deceived. And see, like, getting back to you Christian people, you people just don't have this stuff. I'm being very real. Very, very, very few of you do. And all the others, no, you don't, and you're not going to get it either. And see, the reason why you're not going to get it is because God sees your true intentions towards people. He sees your true intentions towards him. And overall, you're not humble. And there's a lot of deep matters concerning you people not getting discernment. And I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, discernment is something that truly is a gift. It's a gift of the Spirit from God. And God will heighten your discernment too, as he sees that you're serious about his kingdom. That's what this is dealing with. This has nothing to do with all this stuff. And see, you people, here's another thing too. You people who be like a part of like all this, I want to say like drama and just worried about the next person and all that stuff. And to the point where you don't have a relationship with God. That's what I'm saying. And obviously dealing with hate and jealousy and all that stuff. Yeah, you people will not be having discernment either. And being led by the Spirit of God concerning all this, And but yeah, I mean, discernment, it's very key because you do need to be able to see through things, and for God's kingdom, that's what it is. It's not about pride and you people thinking you know something. No, that's not what it's about. And see, this is why, even as I'm saying these things, this is the reason why a lot of you people will not be having discernment either, because God sees the true intentions, and if he just gives you this high level of discernment, like he knows what you will do to individuals and beings, especially you people who are part of the darkness and Satan's kingdom. Yeah, you people won't be having discernment either. Now there is certain followers of Satan that do have discernment, and these people, yeah, I mean, they're high ranked followers, and yeah, they will be doomed, concerning their eternal soul, and just overall, even in the earth realm, they're going to reap what they sow and all this stuff. But see, you got to understand that these people, they've been walking with Satan for a long time, and they have a certain level of power with him. So of course, Satan is going to bless them with, discernment, whether you believe this stuff or not, in a way too. I know you people were never heard of something like this in a way too, but I'm just being led by the Spirit of God. Let's see. The real Jesus blesses his people with discernment too, and the God of Israel too. Yeah, they both play a role in this discernment stuff. And see, speaking of that too, yeah, discernment. Jesus really had discernment. He had the ultimate highest level of discernment that any being will ever have. I'm being very real. Jesus, he saw through everything, is what you got to understand. And discernment is dealing with a lot much more too. But this is more or less like, I want to say like I want to say a great concept level of discernment, basically, but there's more attributes concerning discernment and more details. Yeah. But I will not be getting into all that because this stuff ain't for everybody and all that stuff. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, you people who are haters and all that stuff, you will not be having discernment. You jealous hearted people, snakes, all that stuff, they will not be having discernment. Gossipers, as God is leading me to say, you people will not be having discernment. Jealous hearted people, all that stuff, you will not be having discernment either. And see, the thing about this stuff is it's a real matter concerning, how God, the God of Israel, looks at everything. And see, he gives discernment, and he heightens discernment too. And see, the thing is, he gives it to his people, his chosen people, and he gives it to people who he has interest in. And he also, once again, I said, little kids have this stuff too, and many other beings too, many other beings that you people are not aware of and all that stuff. But overall, yeah, discernment, it comes from God, and it's a gift from God. It's a gift of the Spirit. And many of you people, yeah, you may ask, like, do I have discernment and all that stuff? I mean, see, here's the thing, humbly speaking, I wouldn't even be giving you a message like this if I didn't have discernment. Of course I do, humbly speaking. And I thank God. And, I truly thank the real Jesus as well, and my discernment, yeah, it is very key. It's very high. And I see a lot of stuff in the Spirit. I already mentioned this before. But overall, no, it will never be on Jesus's level. No, it will never be on his level, and will never be on God's level either. But I do have a relationship with both of them, and they do, they do give me discernment concerning a lot of stuff and people and everything when it comes to demons, spirits, and everything. But once again, it will not be on Jesus's level ever, and I just give Jesus his full credit. He is the Son of God, and he is the Messiah. He is, and he had the ultimate discernment. He's seen through everything. He did, and this is what makes him Messiah too. As I'm getting closer to closing this out, but his discernment was just on another level. And see, these people could not handle that stuff too. these Roman people and all these Roman authorities and all that stuff. They could not handle the level of discernment he had too. It was much, much more they couldn't handle about him. But his discernment too, he's seen through everything. He knew that Judas was going to betray him. He knew Peter would deny him 3 times and all this stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's dealing with discernment too, He already seen this stuff, And honestly, yeah, I mean, me personally, I do have a high level of discernment in Jesus, though. Outside of him, I'm going to be real. No, I don't have discernment outside of Jesus and God. No, I don't. I'm being very real, And see, that's the thing, because he's the one who gives it too, is what I'm telling you. And I humbly say this stuff because this stuff is not a joke or a game. Now, how can I explain it? Like, yeah, I have my own discernment. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about the level of discernment and the power of discernment concerning God and concerning evil and concerning the devil and concerning the supernatural. No, I do not have discernment outside of God and Jesus, because once again, I do have them, and outside of them, I do not have it. No, I'm just being real, And see, that's the thing about it too, You certain people who like are outside of God and stuff like that, you will not be having discernment either, is what I'm telling you, And there's many, many other beings that just will not be having it too, because God sees the overall intentions with people and all that stuff. But I'm just going to be very real. Outside of God and Jesus, no, I do not have discernment, And this doesn't mean, when I say this too, it doesn't mean I don't see through anything or anything. No, it just means that I don't have the level of power concerning from heaven and concerning from them, is what I'm saying. And the kingdom of heaven overall, I don't have that discernment I need to, just go against the devil with basically and his people and all this stuff. And all that stuff. No, I do not have discernment outside of God and Jesus. And that's just me humbly saying this stuff too. See, a lot of you people you're not going to have it too. I'm being very real, because you people are in pride. And that's another thing. And see, the real God of Israel knows this stuff about you people. And you people keep going and going and going with this shit. I keep telling you. And that stuff is just, man. That's what I'm saying. And also too, before I close this out too, yeah, I mean, discernment is something you truly, have to pray for too. I'm being very real. And I know this stuff. I already know this stuff, spiritually, but, a lot of you people will overlook these matters and try to take matters up on your own hands. And you're going to realize that Satan is waiting for you. I'm going to just leave it at that, concerning your soul and concerning the stuff you do. He's waiting for you, because a lot of you people think you're going to get discernment outside of the God of Israel and Jesus, and you're not. That's what I'm saying. You're just going to be deceived by Satan. And and all this stuff. But yeah, as I'm getting closer to closing this out, yeah, I mean, there's many little kids, a lot of angelic beings too that have their discernment is at all time high too, because I realize they're part of the kingdom of heaven. But overall, like, outside of Jesus Christ, the real Jesus, and obviously, of course, the God of Israel, his discernment is just he is the author of this, so he's the Alpha, so his discernment is just, it's at a point to where, like, I'm going to be real, like, man, God's discernment is just at a point to where it's like, man, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Without the real Jesus, you can't even get to God. I keep telling you people this stuff. But yeah, I mean, God's discernment there is no scale for it. That's what I'm trying to tell you when it comes to God's discernment. His discernment is just, honestly, his discernment is beyond discernment. Like, he just sees through everything. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And this is even outside of humanity. This is outside of the earth realm too. God sees everything, because obviously he is the creator. He's the Alpha. So of course, you can't even put him into the category of discernment, because he already sees through everything. So God is, man, yeah, he's just the Alpha. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But see, you can include Jesus in discernment, because he did take on human form, and he even though he still was the Messiah, but he did take on human form and all that stuff. So, yeah, but I mean, yeah, these are some deep matters. And honestly, discernment you do have to pray for, and you have to really just stay close to God to maintain discernment too, because God will strip you of discernment if he sees your intentions are ill towards others, all this stuff, all this other stuff that is not of him. If it starts to enter you, he will just take your discernment. And honestly, yeah, it's not a game. It's not a game. But with all that being said, yeah, there's many other beings too that have discernment. And this includes animals too. Before I close this out, yeah, this includes animals. They have a lot of discernment, way more than God's people, all this stuff too. And yeah, excuse me, before I close this out, yeah, I mean, see me, I'm just going to remain humble. And, I always have been and always will be, and I will continue to remain humble. And this is not to just like have discernment either. It's because this is who I truly am. Like, I love being humble. I love being in God, in Jesus, and just overall the kingdom of heaven. And yeah, I mean, discernment is something I do have, but overall the high levels of it, no, I do not have it outside of God and Jesus. No, I don't. But within them, and just overall within my anointing in them, yeah, I do. And yeah, it is amazing and all that deep stuff. But no, I'm, like I said, my discernment will never be on Jesus's level. And it will never be on God's either. And once again, like I said, God is just the Alpha. So he sees through everything. So he is not limited to discernment. Is basically what I'm saying as far as God the Father. But with all that being said, yeah, discernment.